So today we're going to be talking about taxes and federalism, which probably isn't the most fun thing to talk about, but it's actually really important. So you'll kind of learn why, like if you look at your paycheck, why certain money got taken out and things like that. So not all taxes are created equal. Some hit low income people harder while others take a bigger chunk from higher earns. A regressive tax is one where lower income people pay a larger percentage of their earnings, and the best example of that would be sales tax. If someone making minimum wage and a billionaire both buy $5 sandwiches, they both pay the same sales tax, but for the lower income person, that tax is a much bigger deal. And progressive taxes charge higher earners and larger percentages. Federal income tax works that way. So the more you make, the higher percentage you pay. And then if you ever get a paycheck and feel like you've been scammed because you think there's money missing, it's just because of payroll taxes. That money goes to certain things. That money goes to certain things to pay for things like it pays for things like all kinds of stuff. Money goes to the government and sometimes goes to retirement, and so the money just goes many different places, and usually it's not a large amount depending on how much you make. So yeah. So instead of taxing your income, the government could just tax what you buy, and that's called a consumption tax. And we all know about sales tax, and some states even tax groceries, which is crazy because in California we don't tax groceries. So although we do pay a lot in taxes, we're very lucky that we don't pay taxes in groceries. If you ever plan to own a house, you will pay property tax, and your tax is based on the value of your home. So depending on how much the value of your home is going to depend on how much you pay in property taxes. So, federalism is a fancy word for how power is divided between the national government and the state government. And it's a lot of back and forth. Dual federalism is like a layer cake. The national government has its layer and the state government has theirs. So each has its own thing, and they don't mix. They're separate. And one of the biggest ways for the federal government influences states is for grants. And so there's categorical grants, and they come with strings attached, and then there's block grants, and it gives the state more flexibility with them. So, and then to wrap this up, taxes, as much as we wish we could keep every dollar we make, taxes are what keep things running and pay for schools, police, firefighters, roads, hospitals, and government programs. No taxes equals no public services. Federalism is the power struggle between the national and state governments, affects a ton of policies from education to gun laws to disaster relief. Some decisions are made at the state level and some are made at federal level. And all of this matters because understanding how taxes and government funding works helps us make better financial decisions. And so that's how we know what decisions we should be making for taxes and where all of that unknown money is going to.